Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is a video on this channel that always discusses what you had to say and how you said it. And I got one for you. Let me get on it. And here's a clip. Shout out goes to David White. He goes, I honestly think we're going to have to get a good goaltender for the next 2 years. Luke's, he's talking UPL, is not going to be able to overcome his injuries. He is kind of going through what Middlestat has been going through with injuries early in his career. Yeah, David, you know what? This is my main concern now with UPL. It's not can he make it in the NHL. It's can his body, you know? I don't know. I'm worried about it too. I am. I honestly... I'm kind of losing hope in UPL because of these injuries. Like when he got injured again this year, I was like, oh, Lord. I mean, if it's going to continue like this, Hasek was one of those guys. Oh, let me turn the volume down so I don't. One of you guys is leaving a message, I think, on one of the videos. Let me make sure I shut the. There we go. Volume down. If we can get a goalie, we want to get a goalie that's healthy. Absolutely. We don't want to get a guy that's completely injury prone. That for sure is the first thing that I think Adams would do that anyway, right? But UPL, the question is, I don't doubt his ability as a good goaltender. I've seen enough body of work in the NHL, even the few games he played, to really watch him and watch how quick his legs are. I just don't get why he gets hurt so often. You know, I don't watch enough AHL. So I don't know. I could tell you he'd probably get ran into the net, I'm guessing, and stuff like this. But it's concerning because the last thing we want to do is have a goalie that we're worried every time somebody bumps him in front of the net. I mean, how long can we last like that before he gets injured? We seen last year with injuries. Last year we had so many injuries. I was like, like wanting to pull my hair out. I was so fed up. And this year, if he can't last like a full season without getting hurt, I think we should honestly think of moving this kid. Really, I know we've put a lot of work into him. I know we've put a lot of work into this guy. We did, but it's getting to the point. What you said there, David, is true because let me see how you worded it exactly again. Not be able to overcome his injuries. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. I don't want to agree with this, but I do. It's concerning because if we got a good young stud in the minors and he's not capable of playing more than 15, 20 games, we don't really have a good young stud in the minors, guys. People think he's overhyped. I don't think he's overhyped. I think it's us that does that, not the team. It's us as fans maybe that expect too much out of this guy. Expect him to be the savior. That's not happening. It's not going to happen. It's going to take some time. I could see a guy like Devin Levi as a savior. That I could see, really. And not just because he had a great year, because what he did in Team Canada a few years ago will stick in my head forever. It was the best goaltending I've ever seen in the history of the junior tournament. In my books. I could not believe the zone he was in. Really, guys. I've never seen a goalie give up no rebounds. That's just something you don't see in hockey. And this guy was giving up no rebounds. UPL, he came in, he looked good. He looked, in the body of work that he did, even the year before, it looked okay. It was excited. It wasn't like he was playing terrible. And then he got hurt, right? Then he goes down, he gets hurt. And I don't know how much more we can count on guys to hopefully stay healthy. We can't have just hope. We have to have a realistic vision here and say, you know what, this isn't working out if he gets hurt one more time. And he could go on, yes, and not get hurt again somewhere else, but the odds are bad. The odds are bad. When Hasek started getting hurt with that groin, you guys remember how you felt. You'd hold your breath every time. We don't want to have to go through that with a goalie that isn't even up to that, close to that standard of goaltending, right? I mean, we just want a guy that can come in, be consistent, like Anderson was, that doesn't get hurt. I mean, Anderson, if he was 30, we would have found our dream goalie here for years to come. But, you know, the body breaks down over time. But this is a young guy, and his body doesn't seem to be holding up to the pressures of pro hockey. From what I've seen so far. I'm not saying it's a write-off. But I'm ready to write the guy off if he gets hurt one more time. I'm ready to I'm fed up with these injuries already. Really, it stays in the back of my head, David. It does. And if he continues to get hurt, what else can we do? Just have a goalie that gets hurt every year? We can't. You know, unless we have him as a backup. You know, we might have found our backup with UPL. That I will say. But I don't think we found our starter. Not yet. I think our starter's name's Devin Levi, and we got to get him signed. That's what I think. And I think we need to get another guy for now to keep us going for about 2-3 years in the net. Somebody we could trust. I would look at Braden Holtby again. I really would. I would get somebody that you know, has a hard, tough side to them, and they can focus, and they're not hurt every second game, it feels like. Just where I stand, guys. Really, it worries me like David. It does. This UPL thing is, I'll tell you right now, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. If we're going to bank on him to be our #1 goalie next year, it's going to backfire. It might last for a few months, and then boom, he's out again. Like, no, we can't put a guy that's injury prone so far and hope to get 50 to 60 games out of him. It's just not realistic. It really isn't. You know, I can't see it. So I don't want to be a wet blanket with this, guys, but it stresses me. It does. It does. I'm concerned about UPL and his health issues. I got this bad feeling about it. I guess I'll just leave it at that. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. I got another one coming. I'll see you in that one.